Asa, we have another question for you that's very important and we've been arguing about. So my niece, who is a high schooler, lives with us. We treat her like a daughter. She is somebody that we treasure. She's also just a very good, she does bad friends with...
She's also 18 years old.
She's 18, but she's still in high school. She just came here from the Philippines. How long have you been here, Jules? 2 years. 1 year.
1 year.
10 months.
Oh, she's right here.
Yeah, she's
right
here.
Yeah.
She's a...
Come say hi. Come over here. Say hi to Asa, our friend.
So you have a visual with the store.
We have a visual. Yeah, I have a visual.
Hi. Oh, wait. How do I make your screen bigger? Sorry. Wait, can you guys say something so that your screen is bigger? Because right now...
Yeah.
How are you?
All right, sit back down.
Sit back down.
Sit back fucking down.
Okay, so she's not like we were in high school. Like I was sucking dick a lot in high school. In fact, you know how you had like a school counselor and they're supposed to teach you about that stuff, right? She'd be like, "Hey, for starters, how about stop sucking dick?" And that's the advice that I got from people in school. So they
gave me that advice as well.
She's not like us.
Okay.
She gets straight A's. She has a 4.0. She does everything without having, without being told what to do. She just does it. She's a really good girl.
She's a good girl.
She's a good girl all throughout. She watches anime all day. Reads books. Doesn't date. Doesn't really talk to boys. She has crushes, but like
I'm like so curious where this question is going. Like where could it how could I possibly answer a question for a person like this?
Bobby's part of the equation. Bobby's part of the equation.
The three of us weren't Disney kids. Think of hers. She's a Disney girl. She's a Disney teenager.
The best.
So Bobby, she helps Bobby on his other podcast with Andrew Santino. And she is sort of the third mic, but she's just basically there to make sure that the show's like running well. And last week, Bobby started talking about her in like making like sexual noises and like speculating on how she masturbates and things like that.
No, I was saying this. Okay, she has. Oh no, let me defend myself. Okay?
First of all, I just want to say I believe Kalila. Continue.
Before any other arguments.
That's a decision. Go ahead, but...
And that's why you're not a judge.
No career day for you. No career day for you.
Okay, so...
okay, but I want to hear. Maybe
so what
I'll
I was
give you a
saying,
fair shot.
so she has a... she's into anime, and I'm into anime as well, and she likes a character from one of the animes, an anime called Haikyuu. And what's the character's name? Kuro.
She has a crush on an anime character who's a volleyball player.
So I said to Andrew, at nights, right? She's watching like anime.
No. Just okay.
No, let me finish.
I mean, I'm already judging you so hard. Okay,
Judge,
continue. I'm sorry.
May I finish? Right? Yes. I have my time on the floor. Thank you, Judge.
Sustained.
Where did you hear that word from? Just from a show?
Obviously Law and Order.
Just.
Excuse me, Judge. May I finish my point? So she's that she's at night watching anime, and then you can hear probably quick noises, and she's masturbating to anime. I thought that would have been a funny little.
But it wasn't just a quick thing. He went on and on and on for like basically 6 different times on the podcast, and he kept talking. Look,
also, how is that any different than what Kalila said? It's literally what she said. That you were making sex noises.
I've seen law shows. Right? I've seen law shows where the defense attorney, right? It's his turn to go onto the the platform, however they say it, and you can tell that he's up against, up against it. There's no really defense, but he tries, right? Yeah, I know, Your Honor, that my client had the victim's dick in his mouth that he had severed off, right, and that they found the family underneath his house. You know what I mean? But he really wasn't there. I mean, they tried to do a defense.
Circumstantial evidence.
Right? So that's what I just did, all right? I had to defend myself. So
what's the question, though?
The question is, like, basically, I've, you know, she's 18. We've allowed her to have this little like side job. I don't want I don't want him to exploit her in that way, because I feel especially protective of her, because I do take on like a mother role, and I feel like Bobby should as well. And for me to think that a 50-year-old father figure would speculate about what his teenage daughter masturbates to is creepy.
But Your Honor, may I make a point?
Correct, Jules?
Your Honor, may I make a point? Okay,
Wait, hold on. Look at Juliana. She's nodding.
Oh, it doesn't matter, Your Honor. I have a point, and I just thought of the point, Your Honor. All right, is that it is not against the law, is it, to do that?
It's not against the law.
Wait, Your Honor, this is about the law, right? This is about the law, right? Right?
It's
yes,
not
it is.
about the law.
This is we're doing a court thing.
Okay, hang on. I just have one more point to make.
No, but if we were talking about the law, we wouldn't even be talking about it on Tigerbelly.
Exactly. We're lawless. But there are certain laws within that lawlessness. In the wild, wild west, there are still things that are acceptable and unacceptable, right? So for me, if you don't inherently know, if that's not your instinct to say, hey, you know what, I want to protect my niece or my daughter, then you've got some weird Woody Allen shit that you need to sort out in therapy.
Oh, really? And
Wait, no, that's too far.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'll try to sneak that in there. Come on, Asa. Help me out.
No, just like, only because, okay, here, this is where you'll see that I am a fair judge, because I don't think it's fair to compare you to Woody Allen, because Woody Allen allegedly, like, raped.
Oh, he did. He didn't just date
and that's
her?
different.
Look at Kyle playing innocent.
Well, I don't actually, I'm not sure if he raped or just like molested, but
even aside from that, Woody Allen also, that's his stepdaughter, right?
Adopted.
That he adopted.
It's his adopted daughter.
Adopted daughter, right? That he adopted, right?
Yeah.
Raised, right? And
also she was underage.
Right, and married her and is fucking her.
Yeah, but
right?
I think that
I think there's a
Asa.
far difference between that.
Oh, wait, hold on. I wasn't even talking about that one.
Oh, shit.
I was talking about Mia Farrow's kid.
Oh, yes. I see.
So anyway.
Yeah.
We basically associated Bobby with a sex.
So, essentially.
No.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, though. Like Kalila, I agree that it's unacceptable.
All right, fine. So I lost the hearing, and I want to say this: I will treat her like she's a 12-year-old girl, right?
That's not what I'm saying. You don't infantilize her.
You get one or the other.
No,
either I treat her like my friends and like my peers and like how I treat everyone else. Or you treat her like she's a kid.
There's a way to empower.
I'm not doing a third thing.
Listen, there's a way to empower a young girl sexually. My thing is, I don't want to protect her from the elements of life. Like when I talk to her, I want to empower her sexually. She's a growing girl, whatever. I don't want to suppress that about her. I just don't think that it's your place to publicly talk about her squirting. Like that's just weird to me.
God, yeah,
it's not a factual thing that she did. It was a hypothetical thing, and I'm gonna defend myself too. Andrew Santino then said to the audience, right, send her dick pics. And then she got 2 dick pics on her fucking right. She should. We had dinner the other night, and she goes, "Uncle Tito, look," right, and there's a big 90-year-old man's dick, hard. He's just like. Right? And she's getting those fucking pics. How am I on the fucking, in the guillotine and Andrew Santino's not?
Because Andrew Santino was visibly uncomfortable when you were making the squirt noises, and I think he was just trying to kind of come up with something less, like the lesser evil, which dick pics really are pretty horrible, but because everyone can send them, and it's sort of this like, it's not a relationship between you as dad and her as daughter. It's a random stranger sending an unsolicited picture of a dick. Like that's not.
And it's also likely he wouldn't have said that if you hadn't like made squirting noises.
Exactly.
Okay, you know what? I realized my wrongdoings. I did.
I think that also.
No, let me finish what I'm
Wait,
going to say.
Who are you?
Are you framing yourself, sir?
Yeah. I realize my wrongdoings, all right? I feel extremely guilty for doing it. And now that you say that, I want to legitimately become her father then.
That's even creepier the way he said that.
No. I'm going to legitimately become your father. And I'm your daughter. excuse me, daughter, right? I'm your father now.
You're fucking her up. You know she has daddy issues too.
All right. Fine.
How
Anyway.
how does she feel about it? Like, does she...
Jules, do you feel uncomfortable when people talk about you in that way and that you can't like protect yourself or like have a comeback? Yeah.
Yeah, were you offended that I
You
said
have to
that
be
about
real.
the
Does it make
anime?
you-
Be
not
real.
offended,
Be honest. Oh, no, honest.
uncomfortable.
Was it uncomfortable?
Kind of, but I also know that you didn't mean it.
Yeah. So she says it's uncomfortable, but she also knows that that's not what he means. Like that's not what. Like, yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally get that because like I think to know Bobby is to like not take those things personally, right?
Yeah.
But also like the reality is like you put it out there for the world. So,
Yeah.
like that's still a fact.
That is a fact. All right.
Damn, Judge.
That is a fact. All right. But you also, can I just defend myself in this way?
Oh God, we're still in
We're still.
Wait, I thought you were sorry.
I thought you already admitted
I
that
know,
you lost.
but no, I gotta fight my way out. All right, I have to fight my way out. All right,
All right.
I've never been around children.
It sounds like you have been around all children. Your Honor, I've never seen a child.
That's
Yeah.
like saying like
For
a
sure he
racist
has.
person saying.
For sure
That's
he's
like
seen
when a
children.
racist person says like I see no color.
I
Yeah.
see
That's
no
the same exact thing.
Yeah. It's like when Trump goes, "Hey, there's my African American friend."
Yep.
It's like you're racist. I think. Yeah. You're all right. I apologize, Your Honor. I know my wrongdoing. Whatever the sentence is, I accept it.
What is the sentence, Asa?
I
There's
mean,
no sentence.
the sentence is like, don't do it.
I won't. Thank you. I will not do it again. All right. Honestly, Jules, what you don't look? Just look at me when
It's
I'm talking to you.
uncomfortable for her to even hear that we're like.
I know.
Yeah.
I understand
quarreling
that. I
about
know.
this.
Listen. I. You know what? I have to say something. I do. I enjoy your company. You've done so much help around the house, right? You clean. You put away my English muffins and stuff. And also, I find you to be very funny and a nice person. And you know, I do love you. And I do view you as you know, at least a niece. You know what I mean? Like blood. Like you're part of my family. So I will never do that again. I apologize. And I've changed my ways. I've just you know, in a comedy podcast, I just throw things out there, you know, and sometimes it goes awry. Sometimes it goes awry. And I should have cut that portion out, you know?
Damn, Bobby, what's going on with you? You're like a different person.
Because I've been in therapy, and you know, we haven't seen each other in a while. Lots happened since we last talked.